Hello and welcome. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. We are your garden variety queer dungeoneers, gay geeks, wonderful nerds, and we are here to play a game of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons set in a world of skyships, floating islands, strange magics, and deep mysteries. My name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I have the absolute honour and joy of being the DM and storyteller of this wonderful stream. With me are my 3 regular cast members, all of whom are wonderful, and they're going to introduce themselves to you right now, starting with Wayne.
Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, and I shall be playing the Dragonborn Bard Paladin hybrid called Rock.
Amazing. Charlie, would you like to go second, please?
Yes, I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing adorable, chaotic, Saw Warlock, scruffy, hairy, magical satyr, Aisling.
Amazing. And last but never least, Theo.
Hello, I am Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the awkward wizard. He's just a wizard. I've got no fancy multi-classing going on. Just spells.
Lots of spells. All the spells.
All the big spells.
All the spells. Before we start, we have a few little shout outs we'd like to do, starting with our mods. Bespectacled Man and Feline Trickster, who may or may not be in there because they're a little busy this week. But if you do see them about, do say hi. They're lovely people. They do carry big hammers, but that's for your protection, not for anything else. Just to make sure that any bots or raids that are not wanted are taken care of quickly.
No turfs, no Tories.
No turfs, no Tories.
We hit them with hammers.
We do, quickly. Second shout out, we would like to shout out and welcome back Misadventurers League, who started a new stream last night, 7 p.m. On their channel of Vampire. I haven't had a chance to catch it because I'm running around doing lots of things at the moment, but they're back and I can't wait to sink my fangs into what they're up to.
Oh. I'm so
it's
sorry,
funny 'cause
everyone.
Vampires.
Our second shout out is to our friends at Dice and a Slice. If you like cake, and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, and why wouldn't you like those two things? Well, you can combine them with the amazing Dice and a Slice.
Don't eat your dice, though.
Don't eat your dice, though. No matter how much
Even
you
if
like
they look
cakes,
really
like cakes
good.
and candies.
Oh, no, I've got metal dice.
Yeah, that D4 in a few hours' time.
Oh, you're going to have going down and coming out.
Our fellow dungeoneers, queer dungeoneers, are running a 5th edition game set in a maritime adventure with pirates and sea serpents and lots of curses. Catch them on...
And that's just Josh.
Wow. Catch them wherever your pods are cast. They are lovely people. Our third shout out is to the amazing and very brave Wicked Game, who are
Never heard of them.
pretty much setting up for their Wicked Week right now. Stay with us to the end. We will be raiding right into them as they kick off a week of content.
We're going to raid right into them so hard.
Right in! Get in there, my son!
With raiding a week full of wonderful content, new adventures, and not 1, not 2, but 3 new shows starting this week.
They're just showing off now.
They pretty much are, yeah. But we're very much looking forward to it. And you might be able to catch some of us on Thursday as we join forces with Dice and a Slice to bring you a 12-hour adventure that leads into the 24-hour extravaganza that the others put themselves through. We're very excited. We're looking forward to it. Yeah. Is there anything else? Have I missed anyone or anything?
I did want to do a shout out.
Mhm.
Yes, as obviously it is now the 2nd of July, it is no longer officially what is known as Pride Month. We have wrapped up on our collection of Pride posts that have gone out, but of course, Pride doesn't stop, and neither does the shit that the queer community has to take, quite frankly. So please don't forget that just because all the rainbow flags have come down doesn't mean that everything's just okay. So please bear in mind that the community still needs your help, and if you are an ally and supporter, please take action to do so. But what I really wanted to say was I wanted to say a thank you to Chris, because Chris has literally spent every single day for the past month creating the posts, researching the people and organizations and other people in the queer community, and creating those posts, and then posting and scheduling them twice a day on multiple platforms. So he really has worked his ass off on putting this incredible collection of stuff together. Thanks to
guys.
Charlie and Theo for also contributing to those collections and people to kind of profile. But yeah, especially a big thank you to Chris, because he's putting so much work on Pride Month, and just honestly, just because we wanted to uplift the community, that's really the whole point behind it. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to Chris because he's worked so hard on it. So
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Chris.
And thank you to all of you as well for liking and sharing, and those wonderful people who have now come along on our journey as well to kind of see what we're up to. We have become friends with a lot of drag queens over the last
That sounds
week,
awful.
which is amazing.
Oh,
and the irony
I don't know any
being
drag queens.
900 posts about all these amazing creatives and stuff. What gets shared and liked the most? Drag queens.
And why not?
Obvious.
But it's been a lot of fun. It's really worth doing. Yeah, it's check them out, the posts. I think we'll probably try and put them all into a permanent story somewhere so people can look at them.
Yeah, we're going to put them into a what do they call it? No, the collection thing that they do. What's it called?
I think we'll highlight
Probably
it.
called a collection on Instagram, so that you can then click and have a look, and we will keep our Pride 2023 posts all in there, so that anytime you are looking for queer creatives or queer D&D players or queer activists or anybody in the queer community that we have profiled, you can just go there, find their stuff, and follow the links.
And yeah, so that's it for our posts, but we will obviously carry on highlighting anyone in the community that we come across and we think that you should know about.
We'll also carry on being queer because we're
No more gays. That's it.
Oh, this is finally that heterosexual Christian stream that I've been saying we should do.
No, no, it really isn't.
Finally.
Anyway, I think with that, I'll drop the titles.
So
And we're in. Previously on Some Other Heroes, our three adventurers have gone to the Fey Enclave of Brambles End, a little island under the auspice of New Dawn, the golden city of the elves. It's been a trip down memory lane for Aisling, who grew up here, was raised under the watchful eyes of Mother Thistle and Soot, the Owlin Gardener. Eagerly and excitedly, Aisling has taken her friends to all the spots she loved as a child, explaining her history and just unwinding why our wonderful person is the way she is a little bit more for her friends.
Took them to the especially flammable spots too.
Because she kept sticking her head into the dens of feral creatures. That's why she's like the way she
They
is.
weren't there when I was there last.
They're fucking there this time, weren't they?
Best use of talk to animals, by the way, to get told to
Thank
fuck
you.
off by a fox.
Sorry. Fuck off.
Spell slot well used.
Yes, settling down for the night, having had quite a nice day walking through the woods, seeing weird fey creatures, natural plant folk, and all sorts of other wonderful things. Their evening meal was interrupted.
And a raven-sized horse
Something dark
slammed
and
through the door.
powerful broke through Mother Thistle's. I will turn this show around.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, we'll be good. We'll be good.
As something dark and powerful broke through Mother Thistle's defensive wards. A Kopbayan and an army of ravens came into the area to deliver a message that Granny, the hag of the island, wished to meet and talk to all three of Mother Thistle's visitors. Not a invitation you lightly turn down. Having delivered the message, the entity withdrew, and our three friends were left to try and settle down for the rest of the night. So the good news is you guys do get your long rest if you need it for any reason.
Get that speak with animal spell slot back.
Yeah, Absalom, I love Sky Whales. That's one of my favourite animations from childhood. So if anyone's aware of that, it might be a slight early influence on these games. So,
I'll look it up.
Cool. And then we sleep on the bed, yes? So
Yep.
we get a D6, is that right?
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks to Skia's amazing parting gift.
Thanks, Skill.
Gadlock's bedroll. So you have your full night's rest. If you want to talk about what happened at all, you may do so. But if you don't, you get a full night's rest. You wake early the next morning as a very excited pair of children are giggling at your half-open door, trying to decide whether they wake you up or not. Lem the fawn with his antlers, and Hamish the little frog boy again. Just
Where's
kind of-
Noodle?
Not there, but Noodle's around.
Somewhere else.
But the two of them are kind of, again, doing that thing that they did at the pub where they're just kind of like whispering to each other and giggling and trying to watch you and see what you're doing and things.
I feel like because Aisling is going to be awake, she's going to be sitting up. She might have spotted them and just been like,
They giggle some more and then you hear the patter of feet as they run off.
I think Rock would probably wake up hearing them there. He's just going to kind of lie there, just open his eye and look at Aisling and just go, is it safe?
no.
Okay. No, well, I'm awake now anyway.
Okay. Please, she just wanted to see what you would do if it wasn't.
And Rock hadn't thought that far. I'm just going to poke Eugene.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
what?
Poke him
Why?
gently. Not like with a rapier, just...
But still, I was sleeping.
He's not dead yet.
Well, it's time to wake up.
Okay.
Night,
Morning.
morning.
That was a real one.
So, I was thinking last night,
It's dangerous.
that often is, yes, but Do we really have no clue why this Granny, I believe, wants to see us, and why it's us as opposed to just Ashling, who she has as a previously acquaintance with?
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was going to be because she was still pissed off at me, but apparently maybe sort of not.
So we really have no idea why.
It just seems like she's being a bit, nosy. She just wants
Well,
to just...
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that she wants something that she thinks we may have or know.
It's not going to be another bunch of people that want the puzzle box, is it?
Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
I don't think we can rule it out. But to be honest, if she'd wanted the puzzle box, I have a feeling she could have probably just taken it yesterday.
Yeah, but...
From what everyone's reaction was to Granny's power, I have the feeling that if she wanted something from us like that, she could have probably found a way to take it. Although we did say we perhaps it's just the general sort of problems with the magic and the sky shield, etc. Maybe she's just wants to know what's going on. Although hags
Just
tend to,
a perfectly normal, concerned citizen.
yes, I'm sure she just wants a chat over a cup of tea.
Well, all we can do is try not to die. As usual.
Well, I'd like to aim a little higher than that, if it's all right with you. I'd like to
I
go
think
for.
that's just the general baseline of life, isn't it? Really,
I mean,
trying not to die.
let's
But
go
you've got to
for.
try a little bit harder when you've got like a very scary granny hag like right here.
What does she look like?
I've never seen her, have I, Chris? No.
You've seen her from a distance. You know that she's big, but she always keeps herself completely covered with hoods when she moves out in public. She doesn't go into
That always bodes well, doesn't it?
She doesn't go into the village very often. She usually sends one of her agents, like the Cotbian, or she has a lot of... You
Gets her
remember
groceries
them
delivered.
being like these strange little fey creatures, like with that look like gnomes, but with big red hats that kind of drip behind them, almost like they're made of liquid.
Oh, I hate them.
And they have vicious tempers, but everyone used to deal with them very quickly and then usher them off.
Cool.
And other things, ravens appearing and telling people what she wants, and dropping coins off and stuff. She likes to keep herself to herself. It is, I mean, you would remember it's technically... Actually, I'm going to make you first roll with the game. Roll me a history check. It's not particularly high DC because it's local
Won't
law.
be a particularly high roll, so that's fine. A 7.
7?
Mhm.
No. There's some other
With
stuff
that.
you're fairly certain is probably important, but you just try to avoid talking about her as much as possible. But
Yeah, I'll just say that. Nope, never seen it. So didn't really want to. Wanted to kind of float through life, having not done that. But that's kind of the end of it.
Surprise! Right, but I'm going to go and see if Mother Thistle has some coffee on the brew. Although I would imagine with the children she may not brew coffee. Anyway, I'll go and check.
Okay.
at any time she has a dozen children in here, do you think she doesn't have coffee on the premises?
She needs to keep it like secret.
I was going to say, I certainly wouldn't keep it available for the children. They were hyperactive at the best of times.
It's Mother
I'm just
Thistle's
gonna-
specialty.
Yeah, the one that makes you sleepy. I'm going to, I'm just going to go through and see if I can sort of see if she's there and see if there's any coffee and stuff.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, she is. She is in the middle of actually trying to dress Maple, the little herringon, who has bravely put all their clothes on, but in that wonderful way that they've tried to be independent and do it all by themselves and then just not quite got it right. All the buttons are wrong and like the trousers are actually on backwards and
Or on her ears.
um,
I think Rock will kind of just say good morning and then just kind of take a seat and watch that for a few minutes. And then he's just going to lean down to the little herringon and say, "Like them better the way you had them on."
right? I got it right. I'll get it better next time.
It was perfect. Don't worry about it.
Apparently, these are not ear warmers. They are socks for Lil.
But were they keeping your ears warm?
Yes.
So then they're ear warmers.
I can get another
That's good. Very good.
And then off she jumps.
Oh,
Mother Thistle.
Morning.
Morning. How are you doing? Did you sleep well?
I slept. I slept. I just wondered if you had some coffee, or I could make some coffee, perhaps,
See the pot at the back of the stove?
with the padlock on. Yes.
With the one that's like not to be moved. It's a coffee.
Marvelous. Thank you so much.
It's a proper big old pot as well. Like it's actually too heavy for children to move.
Ashley will come downstairs at that point as well and be like, "Is
Yeah,
that what's in
Eugene is-
there?
Summoned by the smell of coffee.
You never told me what was in there."
Ashley,
Well,
of all the
that's
people
because
I
it's for
wanted,
grown-ups.
yeah, of all the people I wanted drinking coffee as they were growing up, you were not one
Uh-huh.
of them.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll stay away from it now. So yeah.
How are you, dear? Anyway, did you sleep okay?
Yeah, I'm good. She
Good.
gets comfy on a chair.
All the chairs are designed for you in mind.
Oh, so good. So good.
I will.
I feel like they've all got little holes in the back for various tails.
Tails
to
as
come
well,
through.
yeah.
Everything here has tails.
Yeah.
I'll pour Eugene a cup of coffee and just kind of slide it across at Eugene.
Right, so elephant is a whale in the room. When are you going?
Wait, is it an elephant-sized whale?
Or a whale-sized
I
elephant.
just like I was about to say elephant in the room. It's like she wouldn't know what an elephant is. Whale in the room, sky whale in the room. When are you thinking about going to see Granny?
Oh, we should
Wanna
get it over
and done with.
as soon as possible,
Yes.
shouldn't we?
Yes.
That was my thoughts.
Get it done. Otherwise, I'm just gonna.
I
feel
don't
a
want to be
little bit
spending my
sick
whole
all
day with that hanging over me. Yeah.
Also, I'd rather they didn't have to visit it to remind us.
As per my previous visit.
What previous visit?
No, that's what she'd say.
Yeah.
She'd rock up.
Oh, I see. Got it. Okay.
Where were you? That's the thing. I think that's wise. But you must have a breakfast before you go.
Oh, yeah.
Won't
yeah.
you have facing that on an empty stomach?
Is it very far? Where do you know where it is, Ashling?
Yeah.
The Shaded Mire is not too far, but
Oh, sounds delightful.
you are going to need to go off track to get to it.
I'm
Does
pretty
Ashley-
sure that
Because Ashley's got quite close before, hasn't she? But not.
Oh, I think
So-
Ashley's gone to the outer edge of the mire.
Yeah.
I think,
So would she have a fairly good idea of getting there?
yeah, I think so. Like, you know where the mire is. The mire doesn't move. Sometimes, allegedly, Granny's house moves within the mire, but the mire itself
Yaga.
doesn't actually move. It's the darkest place where a lot of the Fae of winter and autumn hide, like the darker, more sinister Fae.
Goth Fae.
Yeah. So very much like the Unseelie court that you encountered when you went to the cairn.
Okay.
So
I'll sort of scribble down an idea of how we get there and map it out a wee bit.
Mother Thistle, is there any do you have any advice? Is there anything we should prepare or be wary of, or is there anything we could prepare in advance to make us less I don't know, at risk or less
Can we
vulnerable?
bring any baked goods?
I doubt she's expecting anything, and you can't exactly offer anything before an agreement is made over what the hospitality is, particularly with the Unseelie. My advice is, mind your manners. Listen to what...
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I looked at all of you.
I feel like you looked at me.
She did look at you.
Make sure that you listen to what she is saying and remember the meaning of the words. She is old and she is clever. But I don't think she means you harm. That said, if she can elicit something from you, she likely will. They like her are self-serving and interested in bargains. Go into whatever you agree, eyes wide open.
Okay.
Make sure you understand the cost of anything she sells you.
Okay. Is there anything we need to worry about from here to there? He said we're going to have to go off track a little bit.
You're going to have to go through the mire for a
Yeah.
bit. Although...
What's sort of in there? Because we were obviously very, very brave, but we've never been brave enough to go in there.
When we arrived, Aisling, did you not say, when we were talking about the forest, that the one thing we should not do is go off track? Was that not something you said? I thought.
Yeah, that and nighttime. They're both bad vibes. But
I think it now makes sense to Aisling why those two things were off limits. Going too far
like
off
the
track.
coffee.
Yeah. For your own safety, because if they could catch a youngling, and convert them to the Unseelie court, they will. Or eat you. Yeah, it's probably some things that will just eat you.
Yep.
Okay, good. Well, this sounds lovely. Well, I suppose after breakfast we should probably head off. I mean, I don't know, do hags sleep late? Like, is it rude to pitch up too early? I don't know what the protocol is.
Does she even sleep?
Probably not. Though she is expecting you during the day, so... And it's probably safe to go during the day. You're less likely to find most of the creatures.
Good
Yeah,
point.
I'm not going
Good.
during the night.
But I don't think this is any more terrifying than some of the things you told me about. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but those things didn't haunt me since I was a kid, so...
Well, if it makes it feel any better, and she pulls out this baking tray with some hot buns on them, and puts them down with some jams and butters, and
I feel a lot better, thank you.
baked you some of my special goods. Each of you can roll a d6 and have that many temporary hit points.
Oh, boy. Why, Chris? Sounds like maybe you think we're going to need them.
Are we rolling that now? Because they last.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I
I've rolled a
six.
You get a
6.
6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey!
Did you all
I
roll
got
6?
4.
You got 4. Okay. If you'd all rolled a 6, it would have been blessed, and I'd have had to give you inspiration.
Blessed and highly favoured.
Yeah.
We still have skiers d6. So.
You do.
We do, yes. Okay. Good. Right, well, eat up then, I guess.
Yeah, Ashley's way ahead of you. She's eating like 2.
It's about this time that Lil comes back in, and she's all slightly muddy, and she goes to the wash basin and kind of washes her hands and stuff, and then she kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you going to see Granny?
Apparently.
Are you going to die?"
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yep.
I mean, the odds are out on that one.
"Oh, if you die, can I have your sword? It's pretty."
No.
You can have mine.
Okay.
Actually, you
Mine's
can't give a
pretty as
child
well.
your sword.
Why not?
It's a sword.
It's fine. It's not as heavy as yours. She'll be able to lift it up.
It stabs.
Only if you stab with it.
And what are the chances a small child would do that to themselves or someone accidentally?
I know you put the pointy end in people.
Yeah.
Great. Good. Okay, give her the sword.
All right, you can have the sword. All right, listen. You're not allowed to stab anyone you like. Okay.
I wouldn't do that. I'd stab the bad people.
All right. Good. Promise.
Promise.
All right. Cool.
Though, don't go dying because I like you all, and that would be bad.
I mean, we're gonna try not to, but
I'd prefer if we didn't. die.
yeah, it's the option we would like to strive towards.
Okay,
But
well,
who knows?
What are you going to give us if we promise to come back?
Oh yeah, you get my sword if I die. So what if I don't die?
well, you get to keep your sword. Silly.
Nah, you gotta do me like you gotta do me a really cool drawing of me looking really strong holding the sword.
I don't really draw. But I can ask.
Learn.
I can ask Map to do it.
We're going somewhere well dangerous, all right? You've got time to learn.
Learn to draw now, child.
Nah, but you still got to give me the sword. You pinky promised on it.
Fine. Faye don't care about swearing, right? Cool.
I think it's a rumbly ashling.
Sorry.
They'll pick up that language in their own time. I don't need you helping them with it.
I mean, it's good that you stepped in on the language bit. Maybe you stepped in on the sword bit?
Oh yeah, she was completely silent.
No. Am I going to look? Well, you're obviously not going to die, so it's not really an issue, is it?
Nice save. Well saved.
Also, she helps Soot in the garden, so she's already using plowshares and.
Dear God, we don't let Aisling play with plowshares now.
I played with all sorts of sharp and pointy things while I was here, and I turned out fine.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, right. I've got chores to do, but give me a shout when you're ready to go. I will see, and we'll all see you off.
Okay.
She grabs a big basket of laundry and sort of heads outside.
Cool.
Why is it not comforting when when we're going away and someone says, we'll all see you off? Just in case we don't ever see you again.
If they line up either side of us and are yeah, if they're holding things up and crying a little bit, then maybe that's a bit worrying.
Wow, these Fae people are dramatic, man.
Don't know what you mean. We'll be
Okay,
fine.
well-
It'll be fine. It's just horrifying, and I'm having about 400 panic attacks, but it'll be fine.
But we have met hags before.
Huh? Not this one.
No, but we have, and we did survive.
Yeah, but not this one.
What happened to that blind optimism?
This
Not
one
this
has
one.
been the Baba Yaga since I was tiny little goat child. Since I was my own pocket goat.
Since you were a kid.
Sorry, that amused me more than it should have.
That was very good.
Okay, good. Oh, quick
Right,
question.
just-
Do you think hags are flammable?
Yes. What kind of question is that?
Just checking.
Pointed question at you, perhaps, Eugene.
I'm not gonna go in there and
Not right away.
No, not to start, but we may need to finish something. I'm just thinking ahead in case.
Huh?
I don't think it's gonna come to a fireball situation.
No, it'd be fine.
I do have the spell prepared. Just
That's good, but it'll be
Okay,
fine.
Yeah.
Right. Let's finish breakfast and get this over with.
Okay.
Yeah, Ashley will anxious eat, which is even more than usual.
You finish up your breakfast, gather your things, roll up the bed, and
Have a quick cry.
crying is a free action.
Yep.
Step outside into what is quite a fresh day. It is still winter, but in this area, like, there's very much less snow. It's actually a bit warmer.
I've got my frog wellies on, so I'm good.
Probably using some sort of magic to keep the area just a little bit easier to manage and a little harder for the kids.
The gardens were all like in perfect temperate weather, weren't they?
Exactly.
That's so cool.
As you step out, Mother Thistle steps out, comes back towards you. She has the little tiny fairy.
Not lined up in 2 rows, have they?
No. You can see some of them playing off to one side. She just has the one
good.
little baby fairy, which she's kind of rocking a little bit, trying to convince. She goes, right, well, you know your way. Be careful. You know the rules about engaging with strange fae.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what are the rules? What are the rules?
Accept nothing.
Oh yes, these ones. Yes, got
unless
it.
it has been specifically given without cost.
Yes, don't eat anything.
Yes. And don't promise anything unless you intend to give it to them.
Got it.
And listen to their wording.
Oh yes, yes.
She just leans down and gives Aisling a peck on the forehead. And I think she does it to Eugene and Rock without even thinking about it.
Oh, you're her kids now too.
Now, off with you. I've got work to do.
If I die, can you distribute my weapons evenly amongst the children? Thanks,
Of
goodbye.
course. When they come of age. Now, good luck, and I'll see you this evening.
Yes, of course you
Okay.
will.
Bye.
You step out into
Aisling
the
spends
forest.
way too long saying goodbye. Bye. Okay, bye.
Aisling,
Yeah.
you have the map. You have to leave first.
Okay. Bye. But or did I think no? Okay. Fuck. Okay.
You step across the threshold of the wards. You feel that pressure of magical energy as you step out into the island proper. It does immediately get a lot colder, and you can see the snow is thicker on this side of the barrier. The woods are quiet, but not silent. You can hear birds dancing around. In the far distance, you do hear the scream of a deer.
Okay. You hear birds screaming, fire.
You hear the peaceful sounds of nature screaming at you from the trees.
Guttural murders of pain.
And Aisling leads you south through the woods, and it's not long until she gets to a place that she knows she has to leave. And I think, if you don't mind me saying so, I think Aisling has this big, deep breath of, oh God, here we go, and steps through this very narrow path that kind of goes through thick brambles and thistles.
She's definitely quite jumpy and paying attention to any and every noise.
Yep. The woods go deathly silent. Almost immediately, the sounds of birds and other animals are replaced by the wind and creaking and scratching of bark on bark. And you all feel particularly alone for the first time since you've got here. which do have a piece of music I am going to put on. Go. I would like perception checks off of all of you. Quite right.
That would be a 7 from me.
Nice.
17 from me.
Much better.
14.
And a 14 from you. So Aisling and Eugene, you are a little more aware of what's going on around you. I think Rock is just jumping at shadows and
I'm trying not to
movements.
stand on anything that may shout at me.
That's fair.
Aisling stops you all at one point as a thorny looking like bush of a creature kind of lifts itself up and pulls itself along, and these deep red eyes covered within this moss and rotting wood kind of look at you all as it kind of goes past. And stench of like decay as it goes. Eugene kind of grabs Rock and pulls, like as Aisling darts behind a tree, and you watch a load of small pixies with sharp teeth, familiar looking, kind of dart back and forth.
You two will both just hear in your head Rock talking to you, just going to say, okay, forgot about how horrible those are.
Horrid.
Yes. Worse, at one point you hear laughing in there, and then something howls. And I think you all remember the sound of Yeth hounds.
For fuck's sake.
This place is very different. It feels somewhat larger than the island should be. I don't think it takes Eugene particularly long to figure out that once again you've stepped into a shard of a dimension just below the surface of the island where the Unseelie hide. You make your way through. I would like a survival check off of Aisling, please.
Okay.
See how well she remembers the description.
19.
19's good. You remember the description of where you need to do it. And you've been this far in before. You take them through different brambles and that. Your clothing tugs and pulls as if these things are like as if trees and branches are actually trying to hold you in place. I think you play it off as it's part of your imagination, but it keeps happening. Feels very purposeful. You come round the foot of a big blackened oak that opens into a large glade. You know just beyond is exactly where the Shademire, where Granny's house is supposed to be, or was last time you checked. There is a creaking behind you. I think, Rocky, as you turn, because you're bringing up the rear at this point, you watch as the brambles just literally just close and pull taut behind you, leaving you open in this glade.
Okay, I will just say to Aisling and Eugene, so the plants have sort of blocked the way behind us. Does that mean we can't get back that way? Or do we think they'll open?
For now, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Just ahead, just on the other side of this is kind of where we're trying to get to. So
You see the entrance to Granny's domain. A huge tree, as big as the one that Mother Thistle has, under which is this dark, dark passageway.
Yeah, see that really spooky bit you can't see anything inside of, and it looks really ominous and dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
This is as far as you have ever been, Aisling. Beyond here is beyond how brave you got. I think this is where you...
She definitely feels a bit sick.
I think Eugene kind of walks up beside Aisling and like takes her hand and sort of like takes the lead-ish. Like he doesn't know where they're going, but he has a general idea, so he's going to go sort of first.
Amazing.
Aisling big appreciates that.
Rock?
I shall immediately, upon noticing they're walking, will kind of run to make sure I catch up and walk right behind them.
Amazing. I think you make your way onto the first... Looks like these steps up to this tree. And...
Can I, sorry, because I would like to keep kind of checking behind us just to make sure,
Sure.
not because I know things are probably going to close, but just to make sure nothing or no one comes behind us as well.
Absolutely fine. Make a perception check.
Smart.
In general, for 15.
15. You are fairly certain that nothing is coming up behind you. You do see those that brambles like thickening around and actually creating like a forceful wall that chokes the way that you came in, and still seems to be growing slightly.
Awesome.
And as you turn back, both you and Aisling notice at the same time these two red dots in the dark. They get bigger and bigger and bigger, and a large elk-like creature launches itself out of the tunnel straight at you all. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, piss. God damn it. Got a 12.
Okay.
Just resize the map so people can see at home. Okay. That's good to me. Okay, cool. So, this creature will get a surprise round because you were not expecting it.
Pretty
after
map, though.
Actually,
Yeah,
this
the
is
map's cool.
8-fold paper again. Do absolutely stunning
pretty.
maps.
I really like that even though the spooky deer is trying to kill and eat us and make us dreadful dead people, I really like the deer.
Yeah, me too.
I will just show him to the people at home.
I'm just a sucker for anything with antlers, basically.
Ooh. It's kind of serving like deer Mary Lewid vibes.
It's certainly cryptid-like. So, it rolls. What does it roll? Ooh,
Don't say that.
it's good.
For whom?
That is to be determined.
I'm going to assume not us.
So, okie dokie. So, Aisling, what did you roll?
Oh shit. 12.
12. Eugene?
Yeah.
19.
Ooh,
Ooh, spry.
nice. And Rock?
18.
What's your
Oh, dang.
dex modifier?
My dex modifier is plus 2.
I wonder what the bad
Plus
guy
2.
rolled.
Could you roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get?
14.
Cool. Awesome. So, when we're in normal initiative, it will go Eugene, Rock, this thing, Aisling.
Okay.
And this thing gets to go first. It will charge in at the first targets it can see,
Ah.
and it will make a... Cool. It will make a attempt to try and gore Eugene with its
It's a
horns.
horrible word.
It is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Awesome. Can I have you make a strength saving throw, please?
You're really good at that, right?
Guidance.
Yes, you can use
Nice.
one of your guidance that way.
Guidance is D4, right?
D4,
Yes,
yeah.
Okay. So my strength is -1, so that's a 10.
Okie dokie. Good to know. So,
and
you
that gets
take
pushed.
15 piercing damage. And then you are lifted off of your feet by this thing that flings you backwards over Ashling's head. 5, 10 backwards. You are prone for the moment. And you take an additional 11 piercing damage.
Damn.
It then... Sorry, did you say?
No, I just said ouch.
Ouch. It then
Reasonable.
raises up and it will kick its hooves out at Aisling twice.
Damn. This thing got a lot of attacks.
Oh boy.
The first one I don't think will hit is a 12.
Nope.
Second one's not going to hit, it's a 10. No,
Ah!
fails. Good. Top of the round, Eugene. This thing comes out of nowhere, literally sticks its horns into you, antlers into you, throws you over your friend's head, and you are left on the floor looking up, slightly dazed.
Aw.
Rude. Well, I'll guess I'll use half my movement to get up. And then... Sorry, I'm always unprepared to go first.
That's all right, no problem. Also, you were probably unprepared to be thrown backwards like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna look around at my pals and cast Bless.
Hashtag blessed!
Said blessed. Make sure you all remember you are blessed.
So that's
What's
a
your-
D4 added to every attack roll and saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Saving throw? Yeah. Saving throw or attack roll.
And that's every attack roll and saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just a one-time thing. You add it to everyone for the
Every
next
That's
single
amazing.
minute. And a little spectral version of Pocket like jumps up onto your shoulder. That's the
I
way
forgot about
it's
little
cast.
pocket.
I love that. That is amazing. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I'm gonna stay there actually.
Okie dokie. Amazing. That makes it Rock's go.
Okay. So, I am going to. Eesh.
It's okay. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to, as my bonus action, I am going to cast Compelled Duel. So I need it to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Awesome. Is it Wisdom saving throw? Oh, that's not one of them. 11.
Okay, so it fails. So, it's compelled by my divine command. So for the next minute, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and it must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me.
Lovely.
Cool.
Oh, that will keep him busy.
And then, so that's my bonus action. And then for my action, because I can't cast a spell as my action then, can I?
No, but you can cast a cantrip
Yeah.
if you've got one. Or you can go and hit him with your sword.
Actually, no. As my cantrip, I will use Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And 30 feet, 5, 10, 15. And then over here, so sort of away from us on the right-hand side, 30 feet to the right, I am going to create the image of... I'll just create an image of a Herringon, an adult Herringon. So it looks like they've come through the bushes on that side.
Cool. I love that. Just as a point, its attention is purely focused on you because of your magic now. So if there's something else you'd rather do instead, it's going to ignore an illusion at this point in time.
Right.
I think you would know enough about your magic.
Sorry, that's right. Yeah. So
No, that's right. I don't want you to waste your
movement.
action if you don't have to.
Okay. No, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Then what I will do is I will. What am I gonna do? Sorry, guys.
No,
I
fine.
think I'd be because I don't want to attack it. Actually, I will hold my action.
Okay, yeah. So you're holding your action.
I will hold my action so that if it attacks, I will strike it with my sword.
Okie
If it
dokie.
attacks. Because it can't attack anyone else because of compelled duel. But if it attacks me, I will hold my action to strike it with my sword.
Yep, no problem. It is its go. And it will try and gore you as well.
God, it's so up in our grill.
Do you want to make your attack first?
Sure. It's a natural 20.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't had one for a while. Okay, so what am I rolling? 2d6. Dices. I need dice. And I do believe this is as a fey. So I get 1d8 radiant damage. Is that right?
It is not fey.
Oh, what is it? Well, hang on. I can tell you what it
I was going to say, you need to tell me and I'll tell you if it...
Fey, fiend, celestial, or aberration.
It does not count as any of those things.
Okay, fine. Cool. That's fine, just so I know. All right. That is 4 and 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15 points of slashing damage.
15 points of slashing damage. What did you roll to hit? Oh, natural 20, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah,
So you need to add your dice attack. So your first slot is a full roll, and then your second dice is what you rolled.
So that was 9 that I rolled.
Yeah. Plus, and that's a D12 or D10 for your weapon.
Now you've confused me. Hang on. So I rolled a 9 plus 6 is my
Yes, but what dice did you roll?
D6.
D6.
It's my damage dice,
A
yes.
9 on a d6.
How'd you get 9 on
Because I rolled 2d6.
2d6. What weapon are you using?
My Fang of Navarra, it's
So it's
2d6.
2d6. So you get 12 added on top of that because obviously you crit, so you get You get your crunchy crit, which is 12, plus 9, so that's 21. Then plus the 6 on top of that is 27.
Got it.
27 points of magical slashing damage.
Yeah.
Awesome. Here we go. Gotcha.
It's attacking me, though.
It is now attacking you. So it will make all 3 of its attacks against you.
3 attacks.
It is a 27,
Yeah.
19, and a 12 to hit.
Can I use my gift of the metallic dragon, my protective wings, on one of those?
Is it a reaction or is it a bonus action?
It's a reaction.
So yes, you can activate that. That's no problem. Yeah, that is cool.
So the first one does hit. The second one is a 19, and the third was what?
Well, your armor class just goes up until your next go, doesn't it? Isn't it like shield?
No, it's a bonus to my AC against that attack roll.
Against that attack. So 29, 19, and 12.
Okay, so the 19, so 19 doesn't hit then because I'm a 19 armor class and it's a +4. So
Cool. So just the gore attack hits you this time.
nice, just that. Great.
Uh,
Just being gored. That's all.
That's no big deal.
What are you complaining about?
Sounds
fine.
good.
Eugene had it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So that is that is 16 points of piercing damage, and I'd like you to make a strength check for me, please. Saving throw, that is.
You're blessed.
Do not forget your bliss.
One, saving throw. Strength, yes.
Yep.
Come on.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna need my strength. Okay. Oh, yes. So 12 for 16.
16. This thing tries to pick you up and straining, and then with your new strength that you're kind of still getting used to, you physically push its head and pull the prongs out before it can like lift you out. You are not thrown, and you do not take any additional damage.
I think Rock is kind of flinching, waiting to be thrown, so he's a bit like, oh, that worked.
I forgot how powerful I am now. Silly me.
Perfect. That is the end of its go. Aisling.
Okay. If it ran away from us, would all 3 of us get attacks of opportunity?
Yes, it would.
I wouldn't.
Would you not?
Well, I would, but I can't attack. I can't attack as a reaction with a spell, and I don't have any.
Slap it. Yeah.
Go on, Dagger.
There's
can slap
literally
it.
no point.
You've got like
Slap it
100
for 1
daggers on
damage,
you, right?
Minimum damage you can ever make if a hit is 1 point of damage.
Yep. Okay, well then I'm going to try and cast Fear on it
Okay.
because it's up in our grill and I don't like it. And
Cool.
whatever it's scared of, it's going to happen. Hopefully.
It is charisma.
It's a wisdom saving
It's
throw.
a wisdom saving throw. Okay. It has. Okay, cool. It fails its saving throw. Nothing happens.
What?
You see this magic take effect, and it kind of goes in.
Resistance to charms
Doesn't seem to be affected.
or immunity to charms.
All right.
Good call. You now know
thought it'd
something
be a-
more about it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use my bonus action to hex it then, whilst it's
Nice.
still up in our fucking grill.
It is Hex. What would you like to make its skill check?
Strength checks in case it tries to pin anyone.
Cool. Tries to grapple anybody. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. Top of the round. I'm gonna presume if you wanted to move, you'd move.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and stay where I am. I don't fancy taking an attack of opportunity from that.
Top of the round, and Eugene, you are up. Rock, your second. So.
I'm gonna use benign teleportation and just flip over to the other side of it.
Later.
Wait, let me just check the radius. Okay, just a little further away. And then I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Nice.
And then go back
Over there, yeah.
Bye.
Bamf all over the place, Nightcrawler style.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We'll cast that at 4th level. So that's 4d10.
Ooh. 4d10.
4d10.
Ooh, that's 35.
Ooh,
Damn.
nice.
Holy shit.
What's the save on that,
Wait.
by the way?
7 plus 6. No, 33, sorry.
Cool. Can it make a
Can't do
save?
math. Yes, Constitution, sorry.
No.
No, just take the damage,
Just
Chris.
take the
Yeah,
damage.
just shush.
It is a 17 to save.
Meets his beats, so it takes half damage.
That's 17
16.
damage. Cool.
And that's thunder damage.
Yeah. Damage seems to hit it as normal.
Okay.
Also, rock swords seem to do the normal amount of damage that you would expect. Cool. Rock.
That's my turn.
Thank you. Good turn.
Okay. I am going to. Yeah, I am just going to move around this way for no
Wonder
discernible
why.
reason. So I look at that. Gee, Chris, does that give me anything extra? Because I'm opposite Ashley.
You can have advantage to your first attack because you are flanking.
I am going to just pull my weapon and I am going to smash it with my sword again.
Up,
Like
get
that.
up.
Okay.
Blessed.
I do.
Don't forget
Yeah.
your bless. Thank
And
you.
Oh, I
advantage.
might need that. No. Oh,
It's
Thank you. Oh,
been that kind of week, guys.
it's a 24.
24. 24 will definitely hit.
This sword is stupid. In a good way. So 2d6 plus 6. And I'm going to use.
Your smite.
Yeah, I'm going to use one of my smites. Which I keep forgetting what I add for my bloody smite.
It's 2d8 or 3d8. I can't remember which. 2d8 plus 1d8 for each additional level that you cast before the cast
Yeah,
beyond
so-
the first level.
So I'll do level 3, so it's 3d8.
So it's 2d8 plus second level, third level, so it's 4d8.
4d8, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do these first. Oops. Okay, so that's 8 plus 6 is 14 points of damage with the sword with the general smash.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Rock smash.
and then 4d8.
Cool.
5. And then 16 additional damage for my smite.
So a total of 30 damage.
Jeez.
Nice. Paladins, when they hit, they really, really can burst damage. Really cool. It is looking slightly rough.
Good.
anything else with your turn?
No, I can do... Oh, no, I can. I can do a bonus, can't I? I can do a bonus action.
You can do a bonus.
Lovely. Don't shoot yourself, darling.
As a bonus action, I shall bardically inspire Eugene.
Amazing. I am dreadfully sorry. I am desperate for Lou, so I'm going to have to jump away for a second.
That's fine.
Please entertain our guests amongst yourselves for a second.
That's fine. We'll just sit here and dab our wounds.
Oh, Ashley's
Maybe.
good.
I can plan what I'm gonna do with all these million spells.
It doesn't matter how much time I've got to plan when it comes around to my go. I'm still like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I always think I've got
I've
a
never
plan.
played this before.
I always think I've got a plan, and I'm like, yes, this is what I'm gonna do, and then something will happen between then and my turn that means
Yeah.
that I can't do that thing anymore. So then I'm like,
I'll occasionally have something that isn't just an Eldritch Blast, and then that thing never works. So then I go back to blasting.
I know. That is the joy of a warlock.
Yeah.
I
and then
often have
have
some-
like.
I often have some very big plans, and then usually either you or Eugene will do something just before me that means I can no longer do that plan.
God damn it.
That's kind of how it works.
yeah, that's my aim.
That's what you
Do
do.
something that means you can't do what you want to do.
Just a little bit of chaos, just seeing what will happen. Yeah, Eugene's like sneakily chaotic.
Yeah. As soon as I go, how
underhandedly
far
chaotic.
away is it from me? Eugene's like, make it further away. Oh yeah.
I need to
Literally.
get some long range spells that don't have an area of effect.
I mean,
A
I'm sure you've got enough to
gigantic
choose
area
from,
of
right?
effect.
A lot of them are at either a 10-foot or 20-foot radius.
Big explosion.
10 foot's all right.
Not when you're both
Can do that.
standing either side of it.
Apologies for
All
that.
right. All right. That's all good.
Make sure you hydrate, but also
Yeah. I don't think I've got magic missile prepared. I don't.
We've been plotting and planning.
plotting and planning and, above the tabling is all good.
And we know exactly what we're doing
Exactly.
now.
So
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
we left with Rock bardically inspiring.
Eugene.
Awesome. It is this creature's go. Do you have? Is it concentration on compelled duel? Or is it just?
Oh, compelled duel has fallen now.
Oh, has it?
Yeah,
'cause
because Aisling did. Eugene did damage. So
Oh, okay, cool. No worries.
Ah,
I beg your
right.
pardon. Sorry, I should have
Wow.
mentioned that.
I didn't realise that's how compelled duel worked.
Yeah, neither did
Where
I.
are my d8s?
I always forget. There's all sorts of things to remember. It's almost like they give new spells every year as well. So this is going to make 2 attacks against Rock, because Rock just hurt it and it's annoyed, and then it's going to kick out with its hoofs at Aisling as well.
Ah,
So it's going to gore.
fellow hoof brethren coming after a hoofed brethren.
We should know not to stand directly behind a hoofed animal.
That's true. That's true. I have warned other people of that.
You of all people should know.
That is a fair
yeah.
point.
15
Yeah.
to hit with a goring action.
No.
Oh, wonderful. This is going well. 10 with the first kick.
Are the kicks for Aisling or for me?
The first kick is for you.
Oh, no.
And then the
Misses.
back kick is a 27, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That hits me twice. It's so hard.
No, it's Aisling, I'm afraid, the last one.
Oh,
Oh, it
shit.
hits me like 4 times then.
What is this
That
dice?
is literally nearly twice my armor class.
Doing a grand total of 12 bludgeoning damage.
Wow. My bones.
So this thing kind of tries to stab at Rock. Rock brings up this sword to defend himself and push it off, just as it steps out of this kick. And as it kind of like rears up and comes down, it just boots out with its hooves, hitting Aisling.
Ah.
Somewhere karmically, that feels like it's something happening.
I don't know what the fuck you could possibly mean.
That will make it Aisling's go. Eugene, you're up next.
Okay. what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use my action to disengage
Nice.
so I don't get fucked over.
So it doesn't go.
I'm going to move over here. And I will use sorcery points to turn Eldritch Blast into a bonus action.
I am so proud. You look at you sorcering.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm gonna blast.
Blast it.
Ooh! First one is a 28 to hit.
28 will hit, yes.
Fucking better do. Alright, where's all my 10s? There you are. Okay.
Roll all the 10s.
All the 10s. First one it is 11 points.
Points
With,
for force damage.
3 necrotic because of the hex.
Cool.
Oh, wait. Hashtag blessed. Okay, the next one is 19 to hit.
19 will also hit.
Okay, cool. And that is for 10 blasting damage.
Ooh, nice. Yep.
And just 1 necrotic on top of that.
It's whittling away. He is
Mhm.
looking quite bloodied at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, most of it's ours.
Yeah.
I won't do a description. That's a bit much.
What? Yes, do a description.
There's certainly a little bit of your blood on its horns at the moment.
It's got our viscera on it.
Yeah,
We need that.
it's a little bit of Eugene and a little bit of Rock.
No,
That
no.
should be inside.
That's not supposed to be on someone else's horns.
The blood is to go on the inside.
Eugene, get him.
Get him,
I
stick 'em.
shall, actually. Now that Ashling's moved, I'm going to cast... You're far enough away. It's fine. If I cast it over here,
Yeah.
then basically
It's
just,
just like,
set
cool.
this tree on fire.
You're gonna set that tree. You're gonna create a burning bush situation. Yeah,
Yes,
there's your
so-
religious conversation.
Yeah,
Oh,
Charlie.
finally. Do you know how
that'll be a
biblical I am?
dex save, please.
Tis Sunday after all.
This is a 5th
It's
level
Sunday.
fireball.
Cool. He rolled
A what
natural
level?
He rolled a natural 20.
Rude.
That is
It
rude.
takes half damage, though.
Takes a lot of damage, yeah, because we still do that.
Fireball, fireball.
My brother in
Death
Christ.
by
Fireball.
Death by fireball.
I'm trying to count.
Sorry.
We're just trying to entertain around you, but try not to distract
Yeah,
you too
yeah,
much.
25.
One bird in the hand is worth 3 in the
Wait.
burning bush. Is that how it goes? Yes, Robin,
Sorry.
exactly right.
Yep.
Totally.
15.
Through Christ, anything is
20.
possible.
25.
I should stop.
You really should.
32 halved. Sorry, everyone.
32
16.
half 16. Now I've got to do maths in the other direction. Amazing. Rock. Unless Eugene has... Do you have anything other than the huge, whopping, great fireball that you just incinerated that poor bush with? There is no bush there anymore, just a little crater.
Yep. Nice.
No, I'm good. That will be all.
Amazing.
I love the way Theo does. Do you know, I might just destroy everything, yeah. Burn the world, really, yeah.
Rock.
No, I'm
You
good.
meteor, you know.
I'm okay now. It's fine. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit it again with my sword.
Just smack it up.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a 29 to hit.
Ooh. Is that that's not a natural 20 though.
No, 19, but I've got a plus 10 on the
I
sword.
know, yeah.
It's insanity. And I'm going to hit it. I wonder if I should use Smite. Yeah, I might use the Smite again.
Okie dokie.
I can't read these dice. So that's a plus 6 is 14.
14 slashing damage.
Yeah, and I'm just going to do a second level Smite. Just mark that off, please. Get. So that is 3d8.
3d8.
Ooh, 7, 7, and 1 is 15 points. Okay.
Rock. Describe your kill.
Oh!
Get him.
I think Brock's kind of just a little annoyed now because he's been gored and everyone else is looking a little bloody, and this is such a pretty area and it's ruining it with all this violence. So I think he's just going to try and sort of muster all his new strength and just come down in one like really massive blow, just straight onto the thing, like just trying to finish it as quick as possible, but not with any particular kind of enjoyment of it, just trying to get it done.
You bring down your greatsword. This thing is burning. Its fur is singed. It's been smacked around quite a bit. There's something still. This fur is still unnaturally kind of flowing around it. This big mane of dark fur and these big red eyes. As you lay into your sword, it kind of unleashes this deep, deep shriek, which you all feel in your soul. But before it can finish, it falls to the floor. You are all standing around, breathing heavily. The night air, as the day air is like, well, it's darkened groves.
May as well be night air.
Is still creepy and still. And you watch as this thing begins to knit itself together slowly. And a big voice calls out, Now, this is my grove. You will hunt elsewhere. This thing, as it kind of pulls itself up, kind of seems to stop in a bow, still knitting itself together, and pulls itself up, nods at all of you, and trots away.
That's all we get after you tried to kill us. Nod and walks away. Rude.
You had best come in before something else decides you are worth a snack.
Can't
Okay,
even say
sure.
this, but I think it's safer in the really spooky death cave.
I don't think we have a choice.
Let's go.
I don't think we should refer to it as a spooky death cave.
I don't know, she
Okay.
might be quite flattered by that.
Yeah, it might be her aesthetic, you know.
It's hard to tell with them.
You
Either way, let's discuss this on the move.
step through into the tunnel, walking into this darkness that kind of presses against you, and you feel like you are walking minutes, maybe hours, maybe days.
Oh my god, time.
Time seems to loop in on itself, feels weird and distorted. And just when you think we're never getting out of here, you are led into a light, open area. Eugene, I have a quick arcana check from you.
It's a 26.
You recognize that some form of teleportation magic has been used and you have been brought somewhere else.
Ooh.
you stand before a huge tortoise shell covered in swamp weed and overgrown flowers. Something resembling a neat garden with root vegetables and strange scarecrows stabbed into the ground before it. And a booming voice says, "Welcome to my home. Can't knock, Ashling." And that is where we're going to take our break.
No!
See, it is because of you.
God damn it! She has held a grudge over me for decades. Fuck's sake.
Burn.
Ah, dear. Guys, we will be back in about 10 minutes, so somewhere between 25 and... sorry, what am I talking about? Yeah, 25 to 22 at the latest sort of thing. I hope you have enjoyed this walk through a very different side of a Fae enclave.
Spoopy face.
I know Ashling's really spooked, but Charlie wants to buy a house here.
Yeah. I want that thing we just fought as a pet.
Yeah. We're going to run the Pride Intermission again today, just so those organisations, for if anybody needs them at all, or if there's anyone that you think could use them, so you can jot down those details. We will be back in 10 minutes. Make sure you have a stretch, grab yourself a drink, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Love you, bye.
Bye. And we are back. I hope Charlie's mum got to dance around a little bit to that wonderful tune there.
My mum is obsessed with the interval music. She
Yeah.
just loves it.
I think we might need to update our interval music. Not to give you any more work, Wayne, just get something funky like that. Before our break, our three friends faced down with a monster called a Colias, a undead deer creature, monstrosity that definitely left an impression, or few.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Having defeated the creature and watching in horror as it started to knit itself back together, they were saved from the having to face it down again by the call of a strange dark voice leading them into a new swampy grove with a strange house that must belong to Granny. Which, by the way, Aisling would know her actual name is Granny Curere.
Granny Kuhuhu.
Curere.
How am I spelling that?
Curare. Curere.
That's cool.
Which is a type of plant that is used both as a medicine and as a poison.
Fun. Don't fucking touch it, Rock.
You are
It's fine. It's not a vine.
You are on this open area with this little path, it's got little flagstones. It's not as well kept as Mother Thistle's, but some care has been made. Strange plants and smells go from this really overgrown garden. There's a little sort of whispering sound as you kind of hear small fey creatures move unnoticed through the grasslands.
This garden full of medicinal plants.
Some of them less than medicinal. Yeah.
A strange, sticky nug smell is emanating from the garden.
You cannot shake the feeling that you are in the company of multiple eyes that are watching you. The last thing that said was, "Welcome, can't knock Aisling."
Well, go on.
What?
Well, she's
Go
your
on, what?
she's your nemesis. Go.
Nemesis! Hello? Sorry for being shit when I was a child. Are you still mad at me? Hello? What? Hello?
Only thing you see is this large house. Well, you see lots of things, but you don't see any sign of this hag. You do see this huge tortoise shell, and in the side of it is a door and some windows set. It's very dark inside. You can see that wooden eaves have been built around one side where meats that you probably don't want to question where they come from and herbs that you don't know are being dried.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. You heard it and I didn't want to just waltz in. Should I knock? She said no knock. Is it because I couldn't knock before? It was because I was really not brave enough. Should I knock now?
Yeah, do it.
Do I? What on the shell?
On the door.
Okay.
You know, like normal people have doors that you knock on. Look.
Nothing about
Yeah,
this
look,
is
this
normal.
is like you're reclaiming you're getting over your childhood fear.
Yeah, you
Knock
can
on
do
Granny's
this.
door. You
I
can do
don't
it,
want
Ashley.
to. I want to just have the fear.
I'm gonna start pushing her.
I don't want it. I just want to have the
Come on, this is
fear.
good for you. It's like therapy. Come on,
I
it'll
hate
be great.
it. This is bad
I'm right
therapy.
here with you. Everything's gonna be fine. You just gotta knock on the door. You
Great,
can
I
do
feel
it,
so
Ashley.
supported. Thank
You're
you.
so brave. He's pushing her towards the door.
Oh!
Out of interest, Aisling, can you make me an insight check?
Can I not make a strength battle.
Well, you can if you want to.
27.
Oh,
Just remember that I
Alabas.
can teleport you there
Yeah.
if you beat me on a strength check.
Counterspell.
It kind of settles in you. Alabaster has been eerily quiet
Oh yeah, where is
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy?
since
What was-
last night. He's done this before when something powerful shows up. He hides himself.
Fucking scampers. Let me on red.
Jesus Christ, your demon is shit.
What a wuss. Alright, well, I'll leave him a voicemail saying, thanks for the help.
Thanks for nothing.
Voicemail.
Yep.
I think you have had that conversation before where he's like, he wants to draw as minimum attention to himself as he possibly can so that you can complete your mission.
Still going to be a sulky bastard to him, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll knock on the door. Wait, no. Can I knock on the door with mage hand?
I'll have an intelligence check.
What are you saying?
Just checking, is Athling really dumb enough to do this?
Chicken foot
13?
scratches the
13.
door.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Thing that your mother Thistle said to you before you left was, make sure you mind your manners.
Oh.
So poking at her front door with a chicken foot's probably not going to be considered good. Although it's fair, I don't know, maybe it would be.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll stand it. I'll wipe my feet on the doormat. I'll sort myself out. And then I'll knock.
You knock, and then this is reverberating. Boom, boom, boom.
I didn't
Oh,
hit
don't
that
break
hard. I
it.
didn't hit that hard. I didn't hit that hard. I'm not very strong.
The door clicks and opens ever so slightly, and these little fingers come round, and this bearded, angry-looking face kind of pulls the door open.
Oh, she's smaller than I thought.
You guys see this gnome-like figure with this big red cap that kind of just drips over one shoulder. It kind of starts out like cloth and almost looks like it's made of like liquid, like slow-moving liquid. And you actually kind of hear
I
it
don't
kind of
like
wanders
that.
around.
That's so
Theo
unpleasant.
doesn't like that.
Sorry, I will not do that description again for you. I'm sorry. Well, remember that is a line.
Who knew?
Who knew? Why don't we discover these things together as friends?
Secret X.
They're still laughing. I think you're all right to carry on.
They leave the door open and just pad off into the darkness, and you get the impression that they are happy for you to enter.
How solid of an impression is that?
As in, they looked at you, snorted, and then just kind of wandered off, leaving the door open for you. If they didn't want you there, they'd have closed it.
How sure am I that I can come in this house?
You have been actively invited, and the door has been opened for you.
Actively invited with a snort.
Well, you were actively invited by Granny.
How do you invite people in?
Just
I mean, that's how I
grunt
do
and
it.
Leave the door open. Fucking fine. Okay.
You did it, Aisling. You knocked.
Oh, I might throw up.
Don't, that won't go, I promise.
Imagine how cool all of the kids at the orphanage are going to think you are when you tell them that you knocked on Granny's door.
That's very true. I'm gonna feel very cool.
If we live. Which we will. Which we will.
Did you need to say that last bit?
Sorry, I can't help it sometimes.
I mean, just being practical. Anyway, let's go in. Go on.
There. I walk in. I wipe my feet again on the other doormat, the inside doormat, and then I'm in.
The other two follow.
I'm waiting to see if she bursts into flames or something.
Wipe your fucking feet.
I was going to.
Okay, I ain't risking nothing.
I'm not taking manners advice from you. Don't wash your hands unless someone makes you.
That doesn't count because there's no hag around.
Suddenly, it occurs to Rock and Eugene why, if you don't do this, the hag's gonna get you. Becomes a thing. Do you cross?
I will follow in.
Mm.
If the two of them are in, I'll follow up
Yeah.
bravely.
Cool, great, thanks, fucking paladin.
If the
I'll fight her with a sword. She still scares the shit out of me, though.
you step into, well, let's put it this way: if the rest of the village is cute cottagecore, this is cottagecore horror. Everything is everywhere. There are books and jugs and boiling apparatus. There is something on the stove that you hope is stew, bubbling away with a sort of
This
sound.
is house goals.
Everything
Cottage gore.
Pottage gore!
cottagecore. Every
Nice.
Yes!
brilliant.
Yes! Writing that the fuck down is like the only note I made all day.
The inside of the shell is held as kind of someone has put in beams and structures on walls, and it goes back. To one side, it looks as if something has broken through the back as this big boulder of moss and plants kind of drapes in. Or at least you think that's what it is, until it moves and unfolds, turning slowly and setting bright, bright white eyes on the three of you, deep within a long hood. Huge bull-like horns cresting back, large muscular arms with just one too many joints, unfolds. Standing where she is, you would imagine she's about 7 foot tall. If she stood up straight, you imagine it'd be closer to 10. Large goat-like feet scrape against the edge.
Hey, your hoof buddies.
Hell yeah.
This whole sort of big cloak of natural organic material, and this white hair that kind of drapes forward. Satyr-like features. So come in. By the laws of hearth and home and hospitality, all food and drinks offered here are freely given, and no payment is required.
Thank you.
Would you like tea? She pulls this huge beam of probably used to be a tree, and kind of pulls herself along inside. And
Ashley
points.
takes about 8 working days to figure out whether she should say yes to this or not.
She motions to some actually quite comfortable, if very dilapidated looking chairs around the hearth.
Okay, thank you. Sit down.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to sit in the chair furthest away from her. Even if I have to fight one of the others for it.
You've got the strength, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
So one of
You
those
could
things.
just pick us up one in each hand and be like, fuck off.
Is it one of the things that Eugene goes to sit on it and is suddenly shoved forward?
Yeah.
Gently, but yes.
Unfortunately, I've used my benign teleportation.
Oh, dang it.
Damn.
You all sit down, probably all feeling slightly uncomfortable as she moves around, pulls out this big cast iron kettle, and puts it over the fire. Taking that huge pot off with one hand, the fire reefs around but doesn't seem to blister or burn. And she moves it off to one side. You can
Fire
hear
resistant.
You told you we should have checked about the fireball.
You can hear her snuffling a little bit as she puts the pot down, and it's almost subconscious. Soon, yes, soon. She turns back, pulls back this huge armchair which she scrapes behind her, turns and sits down in front of you, pulling out these clay mugs.
I think Rock immediately, just out of complete nerves, just goes, "You have a lovely home."
At a volume that's a little bit too loud.
Definitely.
I think it's because Eugene's so on edge, this just makes him really jump. And he almost knocks over the cup.
Oh my god, we're such brave warriors.
Thank you, Rock of Clan Ravorkas.
Oh, you know my name. What would you? What should we call you? I'm kind of new to these parts, so just whatever you'd prefer. Then I'd know, so I don't say anything that I shouldn't really.
I like Granny.
Okay.
I've grown rather accustomed to being Bramble End's first Granny.
Oh, sure, Granny.
You have questions? She pours this very deep amber-looking tea with kind of like a floral smell to it.
Does it pour in lumps?
No.
Ew.
You have questions. I have questions. I want to see things. You want to know things. We can help each other. She puts a mug down on each of a side table, which you didn't see there before, but suddenly is there. I think, Aisling, with your passive perception, you'd see one of those little grumpy men, kind of like.
I love the grumpy men.
They're actually horrible.
Oh yeah, that's why I love them. Ashling's freaked out by them. Charlie's like, yes.
So, first things first, though. Her eyes settle. Her head almost snaps to Aisling. You were saying something outside?
Yeah. I don't know if you happen to remember this or not, but there was an event a few years ago where I think I might have disturbed the old slumber or something. I might have made quite a noise, and I think I might have interrupted you. And I just wanted to say I'm really sorry. I didn't know that those particular things from trees would explode, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. And you're staring at me a lot, and I just wanted to say that I'm really sorry about that. And I know it was a long time ago, and I probably should have said sorry earlier, but I should stop talking now, shouldn't I? And I'm really sorry.
Apology accepted.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
20 years of fear is sufficient payment for your transgression.
Good.
Ooh, she's still going to be stupid. You said you had some questions for us?
Yeah.
Yes. But first, she moves almost inhumanly fast, and strikes out just over Ashling's shoulder.
Oh my god.
Rock, you watch as her finger glides right into a little orb that has just appeared over her shoulder. No, no, no. We do not spy on Granny's guests. No, I think you can be blind in one eye for a week. And you see the ball shatter, and you're not entirely certain, but all of you feel like you hear someone, like a male voice, shriek.
Oh, my eye!
Well done.
If you don't mind me asking, did you see who that was?
Does it matter?
We know who it was.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
They won't
you
be doing
for
that
everything.
for a little while.
Thank you very much.
It is very rude, isn't it? Dreadfully rude.
Mhm.
Oh, you have questions? I would like to hear about your travels and the things and forces that this world faces.
Okay. How much do you know already? So we
quite
know not to repeat
Broad
ourselves.
question.
I know that the three of you came here with reason. I know. And she kind of taps a deck of cards on the mantle, because the Fate Weavers indicated you hold some importance. I knew you would arrive, and I knew that your arrival would portend the need for action. So, little heroes, tell me of your journeys, and in response, I will answer a question openly, honestly, and with as much detail as your granny can manage. Is this a fair and equitable exchange?
Just to clarify, just the one question?
You have many questions, I know, so you must choose carefully.
Just one.
But one. For now, I may give you others depending on how useful I find what you give me.
Just doesn't seem entirely like an equal exchange if we're going to tell you about all our many stories and
Rock's face.
journeys and triumphs. I mean, in the interest of fairness.
Make a persuasion check, please, Eugene.
For guidance.
Cool, thank you. D4,
Yeah.
actually, it's not bad.
And
Persuasion.
you've still got, if you've not used Skier's
Oh, yeah.
linguistics, you've still got that.
Okay, so altogether, that is a 24.
Yes.
She looks at you, and I think Aisling and Rocky are worried that she's about to kill Eugene, and then her mouth peels back in a big grin, which is not a comforting grin, but it is a natural grin, and she laughs. Very well, young one. 3 questions, 1 each. But no conferring before each of you ask.
Oh, come on.
We have to keep this fun.
Okay.
Well, do you like stories?
I'd like to hear your story.
But there has been quite a lot of events since we first started traveling together. Is there any particular part you would like us to tell you about? You seem to be...
Rock's a very good storyteller.
Start at the beginning and keep to the pertinent.
Yeah, Rock should do it. I'm gonna shut up.
I don't know if she's going to be able to hear this, but in their heads, I am going to say to Aisling and to Eugene, you best be thinking very carefully about your questions while I do this. And then I'm just going to say, right, well, I shall start at the beginning then. Please feel free to jump in if I miss anything, Eugene and Aisling. And I will then try and keep her entertained and tell her as much as I can of our story.
Do you leave anything out?
Yes, I will leave a lot of detail out. Anything that I feel would endanger any particular people. So I won't.
Smashing we've done, keep that out.
Yes, no mentioning of any hags. But yes, I won't mention anyone that it could put at risk. So any secrets that we know that could put anyone else at risk. I will tell her about events that happened that are, things that we encountered. And I will let her know that we are searching for answers to certain things as part of that. But I will make sure that I don't say anything that puts anyone else at risk. And also the thing that I want to try and not kind of hide from her, but just basically I want to phrase it in a way so that I can see whether she is aware of what's actually going on with the Sky Shield, or whether it's just she has an inkling. Like, does she actually know a lot about this?
Amazing.
But I shall do it in as much of a sort of storyteller flamboyant way as possible, particularly any of the battle stories, so that I can give Aisling and Eugene time to think about questions.
I would like you to roll a performance check and an insight check.
Okay.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Also, I do think with the story, I will probably try and be like ever so slightly cheeky, like, because I know she's going to see through the fact that I'm doing this, but I'm still going to ham it up completely.
Yeah. She's Faye. She's used to people.
Oh, yeah.
Stinging.
Performance, yes?
Yeah.
No way. That's... That's 29.
Ooh!
29. Nice.
And my insight is 11.
11. Okay. You
Look,
find...
it's hard to be insightful when I'm talking.
Yep. It's hard to read her. She does that thing she did to Aisling, where she just stares as if she is looking right through your soul the whole time.
I'm used to rough crowds.
She doesn't actively engage. She just listens. And this eerie kind of like, I think there's a point, even with your flamboyance and your general energy, there's a couple of points where you're just like, even you kind of come back into yourself and you're like, oh, this is very awkward and very weird. But you managed to get across your points.
I think at the end, I just end up standing there waiting for some kind of applause and just nothing. Yes, and then we were here, and there was a horse-sized raven that somebody saw. And
So the question I have to ask is, how much do you tell her about the White Temple? And how much do you tell her about the Sky Shield?
I'm actually not going to tell her about... I'm not going to lie about any of it, because if she questions us or says, oh, I believe you've got this, I don't want to be caught out lying about anything. But what I will just say is about discovering places that we know about these temples, and they're connected to the Sky Shield, and we're trying to find out more to fix what we think is a problem with the Sky Shield. The one thing I will omit to talk about in any way whatsoever is the box.
Cool. An alabaster.
So all my discussions will be about the island and about the fact that we are trying to help with a problem with the Sky Shield. But I'm not going to actually mention Alabaster's involvement at all.
Okay.
But I will intentionally not lie about anything. So nothing will be fabricated, just omitted.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Oh, thank you. I thought you dozed off there for a minute.
The world. Interesting. And interesting that you three should come before me. Very well. Granny is happy to answer your questions.
Before you answer our questions, I wondered if you may just tell us why you're interested in us.
Is that a question?
That sounds like a question.
No, it was just a suggestion that you may like to share with us.
No. I think 3 questions are enough. If you wish for that to be your question.
No, not yet. Anyway, I'm just going to have a quick. Do you have maybe a glass of water? Just all the
Drink.
storytelling is quite.
Drink your tea.
So you don't have any water?
She's just looking at you in
That
that.
also sounds like a question.
Don't say anything that could have a question mark at the end of it.
And I
Okay.
think she just gave you a pass as well.
We're going to use genie rules, all right?
I think that I can just see everything Rock says now. If it's going to end in a question, he suddenly changes it halfway through. So it's like, so do you have any water? You do have the water, yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm just going to sit and drink my tea and try and figure out any intelligent questions to ask in case
Yeah.
I actually have any.
The tea is actually delicious. It is honey and mint based tea with something else like flowery notes that go through it. It's very sweet, but it's also very refreshing.
Sounds really nice.
Who would like to go first?
Ashing immediately looks at Eugene.
Okay. I have my question. Could you tell us everything you know about the creature referred to as the Horned King, including the reason he turned his back on Feykind?
Oh. That's good.
I can tell you what I know, Eugene Appleby.
Yeah, everything you know. That would be great.
I can also, as part of that, tell you where you can find the whole truth. The Horned King is a Fey god from before the time of the courts, a wanderer and a guardian. What Granny knows is that he turned his back on the rest of his kind because their cruelty and capriciousness sickened him, and swore an oath to guard over this world. Why he did this is not known, though those of us who follow his credence or are descended from his cult still look for find ways to balance and keep this world safe. For example, when 2 of his servants find themselves in trouble and call out to an old granny she will go across the whole world to pick up an orphan and deliver it to safety.
Interesting.
Look out for the members of his cult. They may not always be on your side, but they will always try to protect this world from that which will harm it.
And that's everything, you know?
I told you I would tell you where you can get more information.
Oh, yeah.
Seek out the Magpie Queen. Of the Aelfar who were alive in his time, she is the most lucid and connected, and will be able to reveal truths that even this granny is too young to remember. I would say go to Mallory, but she sacrificed much to keep us safe. And
Don't we bit her?
she does not remember.
She's very charming, though.
I miss Mallory. I think Mallory misses Mallory. Is that satisfactory? Oh,
Well, you answered my question, so.
that is all I can remember. That is all I know. No, there is one more thing. Both myself and Mother Thistle are adherents to the Horned King's will.
Interesting.
Ew.
She didn't mention that, did she? I mean, Eugene has like 20 other questions, but you know, it's really stifling the urge to.
I mean, like, you
got
can ask Aisling to ask one of your questions, or Rock, but they might have questions of their own that they want to use.
We're not allowed to confer.
I was gonna say, didn't she say we can't
do it in our
confer?
head.
No, that's true. You're right. She did. She wants you to. I forgot my own rules for a second there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
In the
You
interest of
reminded the
fair-
teacher of the homework.
I know.
Aisling. She who braved and knocked.
Braved is a very strong term.
What questions do you have? Or perhaps you'd like to know more about your friend.
My friend.
You
Wait, no, it's not a question.
You actively feel Alabaster squirm.
I don't know what you mean. Can I? Yeah. Can I insight check as to whether she's fucking fully aware that Alabaster exists?
You can make an insight check.
Yeah. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, there's a good chance that if she was aware of like someone else and able to reach them from here using magic, she can sense Alabaster's presence.
God damn it. I literally picture Alabaster in a cupboard listening, being like, "Ah, fuck,
He's pulled a duvet over his head.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
wrapped up. He's just got his little eyes out now.
So I can't see you. You can't see me.
Exactly.
It's so
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
That's literally what I'm picturing. Oh my god. Okay. Who is he? Who is? Because he doesn't remember, and we don't know. And maybe you might know, because it seems like he's connected with a lot of old Fey god stuff. So, who is Alabaster?
She looks at you, and you hear in your head, snitch.
You shut the fuck up, alright? I'm gonna mute him.
In order to know more about Alabaster, you must trust me with the item you are keeping on your person for a moment.
I'll kind of glance over at Rock and Eugene.
It's your item. It's up to you to decide who you trust with it.
I mean, you do understand we're obviously a little sort of cautious about that. Do we have your word that you will return it to us and that no harm will come?
You are under my protection in my home. To steal off of you without trade is not only a violation of that hospitality, it's also gaudy. The sort of thing I would expect one of those elves on New Dawan to do.
You see,
Fucking tacky.
I really appreciate that. You see, I've always appreciated people with good breeding. That's absolutely right. It's just tacky to do that kind of thing. Quite right. Actually, I think you should let her hold it. She's obviously, well bred.
She's of good stock. We can give her the expensive things. Give her the fine china. Okay. Alabaster's still on fucking mute, by the way, before he starts complaining.
Now I
He's
have
just
an image.
angrily gesturing in your head,
I have this image of you handing the box over, and Alabaster's basically like a child that
wrapping his
doesn't-
arms
Yeah.
around it.
No,
You can't take me! You can't make me! I won't do it!
In fact, I will have a wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh,
Ashley.
what? Oh, God, he's gonna fucking try and take control of my body. Get out of it, Alabaster. Okay, right, hold on.
What could go wrong?
I have a thing.
You have a d6 and you...
I have a d6. I also have Dark One's Own Luck, which means I can add a d10 as well.
You can't use
Ooh.
the Dark One's own luck because he won't let you. It's his gift.
Fucking- Oh, yeah! Alright, fine.
Sorry.
Can I use Tides of Chaos?
That's your thingy, isn't it? That's you thing. That's your sorcerer
Yeah.
ability. Yeah, that's a you thing. He can't stop
Okay,
that.
because that gives me advantage on this. Good. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, Satan.
That was a ride.
So this is a wisdom save, yeah?
It is.
Okay, that's 28, which is a lot better than the 2 I just rolled.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you feel him trying to seize control of your body again, and you fight him back, and then you almost, from where you are sitting, Eugene and Rock, you see her her hair flares out for a second, and her eyes glow with this kind of green energy that's hers. It's her energy,
Ooh,
and pushes him back down.
I'm gonna
Wait,
get
does that mean you
such
have
a
to
fucking earful.
Wild magic table?
You didn't roll
Is it a
natural
spell?
20. So
Oh, okay.
Oh no, but I used Tides of Chaos, which means DM can have you roll Wild Magic Surge table after you cast a first level or higher spell.
Yes, you are right. Thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
Theo Chaos Child.
You pass the box and slowly and surely places it in her hands. She leans into a pouch and pulls out something that you recognize as ether crystal, which she crumbles and weaves through the air, creating a rune. Eugene, I think you don't recognize the style of casting, but you get the impression she is casting a spell not dissimilar to things like scry. Make me an Arcana check. It's quite a high DC though.
Come on, Eugene.
Oh, that is a 28.
Jeez.
You have heard of the spell Legend Lore,
Mm-hmm.
which allows her to ask a question of the world itself and draw an honest answer. Her eyes go from that piercing white to this glow of blue Fey energy for a second. Alabaster is your guardian and your guide. This key, though incomplete, will open all of the sky temples and reveal how the spell is still maintained. Inside is a way to find the truth, but even to my magics, it is hidden. Find the last two pieces, and only Aisling can open it. Beware. Many eyes seek this prize.
Yeah.
I see someone who's currently blind in one eye. I see
That's one less eye on it, I guess.
an ancient angry god. I think she smirks at that ever so slightly. I see an ancient angry god bellowing against his chains. I see a desperate old wizard who wants to finish what he started. And I see a strong and forceful man sitting on an ebony throne. As for who Alabaster is, he is neither god nor agent. He is something new, and in the end, he will have to make his own choices. And she passes the box back to you. Make sure you...
I feel so much better now that it's back in the bag.
You're not putting that in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Aisling!
Oh. It doesn't fit in my pocket.
Alright. It's gonna be full of cheese.
It won't open in the end because the gears are all just full of cheese.
Oh, no.
Was that answer satisfactory? Was our bargain good?
Yeah. I mean, cryptic and terrifying. But, I mean, if that's what you know, right?
Also, slide that piece over. as you're kind of putting it away.
Why?
A gift.
A painful gift?
She sighs slightly. You are under my protection. While you are
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry. Ashley has some trust issues these days.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You
I very
slide.
gingerly do that.
You slide a switch that you hadn't quite noticed before into place. The lines around the box that make up the puzzle pieces glow gently with this pale white-grey light that you've become quite familiar with. I will adjust it in your character sheet, but this is now a +2 focus.
Oh!
Bloody hell.
We love to see it. Thank you.
Granny got skills.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Cast Legend Lore and saw that it needed fixing.
I dropped it too many times.
You just didn't play with it. You just put the pieces in and didn't play it, but neither you or Alabaster were curious enough to do so.
Or too fucking scared
Yeah.
to fart around with it.
Did Granny have to brush away the cheese first?
You do see that she just kind of licks off these bits of cheese. Her eyes turn. And what of our storyteller? What would you like to know?
But do you have any cake? No, I'm just kidding.
One more time, my boy, and I will take that as your question.
I think Eugene literally throws you daggers because he's like, I could have asked an
Literally.
actual question.
I've got Mei-chan ready to slap him.
Like, with your chicken foot.
Ready to
Yeah,
cast
that would be real
silence and then
unpleasant.
just take his question.
Oh my god.
Before I ask my question, may I clarify a point?
Go on. You are testing the limits, though.
This chicken
I-
foot's
I-
right next
I
to your
am-
face, Rog.
I understand that. I was wondering whether it would be possible for Eugene to posit my question as I told such a lengthy and elaborate story.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, because you are
Oh.
really pushing your luck.
You really are. Who would have thought it'd be Rock who pushes
Yeah,
her
make
buttons?
her angry and then pass it over to me. Thanks.
Well, that's why I'm doing it now. No, that's not very good. That's a 15.
No. The terms were struck. The deal stands. You have a question, but you may not confer or pass.
Fair enough. I just thought I'd... I don't know. Too many questions. Brain hurt.
I can't help you with this one. You have to
No, I know.
leave Rick and your friends.
Could you...
Does Luke think I'm cute? Thanks, Rudy. That's brilliant.
Does he like me?
I
Why
can answer that
/M?
for you.
Yes.
But does
Is
he
Luke
He's asked you
like
for a
me?
drink like 5 times. Yes, he thinks you're cute.
Is Luke serious or is he just a player? That's what I really want to know.
Boy Luke.
My question is this. What are the locations of the 5 sky temples?
I do not know. And that is not sufficient payment. So redress that information. I will say this. I asked the 3 of you to come because you represent something important. Something preordained, maybe. You are all nexus points.
Theo's gonna pass out.
Individually, any one of you would shape the world around you. But your meeting together is more than an accident. The 3 of you were drawn together. Your travels together shape the world around you. And the choices you make, there is a convergence coming. A point when the fates of the world draw together and the next age is chosen. Your actions will choose what happens to this world next. You are not alone. There are others in this world who equally can shape the fate. And some of them will have their forces and actions against yours. But know this, the age of sky is coming to an end. You will be those that help shape the next age. And that is why I wanted to meet all of you.
It's quite a lot of pressure.
Inaction is still a choice. So, did you enjoy your tea?
Rock still gets a question, right?
That was his first question answered because I could not answer his last.
What?
What?
At the beginning, Rock asked
Oh, I see.
why she wanted to meet them all. And she said,
Well,
Oh,
that's
got
not
it.
yeah.
Fair.
Well, he did try and wriggle around it 4 or 5
True.
times.
There was no wriggling. I was very upfront about what I was trying to do. I don't wriggle. I request.
So, my little fate weavers, now that you have painted yourself into the world, what will you do next? Granny is excited to see the path that you weave.
Do you have any advice for us?
Yeah, can Granny help with that path? Or
Yes,
okay.
for a price.
Okay.
All deals have been met. Everything else will cost.
Have you got a price list to hand?
I'm so glad Ashling just asks what the rest of us are thinking.
Bargain is based on the individual, what they have to offer, and what I have to offer them.
What would it cost to get like a guaranteed pass on, say, like a wizard's gauntlet?
Cheat, 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 cheat.
No,
She kind of looks and goes, I've never had a pet wizard before.
no, you don't.
How
you-
long would I have?
No, Eugene, no, no,
Eugene.
no.
I am an adult. I'm capable
You-
of making
we
my
are
own
not-
decisions. Thank
We're
you.
not leaving you. Clearly, not an adult. We're not leaving you here as a pet wizard.
Well, we haven't discussed when I have to be a pet and for how long and what constitutes pet.
I don't.
Have you gone quite mad?
Aisling is still amazed that she's not the one doing dumb shit right now.
Hey man, I'm gonna live 300 years. What's like 5 years as a dog?
But what if she makes you do like fireballs on every single fucking town ever in those
Why
5
would she
years?
do that? She seems perfectly reasonable.
She. Anyway, we need you
Hush,
to be
hush. This
with
deal
us. interests
Interests me.
Oh my god.
What extent of assistance do you require for your exam?
I'd just like to know that I'm definitely gonna pass.
I can read that future. And all it will cost you is a brush with death.
How close a brush are we talking?
Does it have to be a
Wait, if
future
I'm
brush with death?
paying
Because he's
a
already
brush
had
with
one.
death, that means that I don't have the brush with death, right? If that's the cost.
I don't think you're going to get much detail on this one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's true.
I have said my cost.
Can Aisling do any kind of fey bullshit check to figure out what this actually means?
I think you are like, this is very open to interpretation. She clearly
Yeah.
had something in mind. You would have to guess what it is.
Wonderful.
What about a counter offer? I have. Starts looking through his bag. I have this.
Over.
I have this Fey encyclopedia written by Lady Mallory.
Not of interest.
Eugene, you know you're gonna pass this shit.
You'll pass
anyway.
I don't
fine.
know that at all.
Well, we know it, and we're coming to help you, so...
Yeah. You don't need anyone's help. Even if we weren't there, you're gonna do it. And we are gonna be there.
Of course.
Yeah, but this way, if I know that, like, I mean, the
This
problem
is a
is
very
that
This is a very open-ended price.
I'm just saying it's just tempting. The problem I have is not my academic skill, or that I don't know my spells or how to cast them. I could probably do most of that stuff in my sleep. It's confidence that I'm lacking. So if I go into the exam with 100% certainty that I'm going to pass, then I can't fail.
But for the sake of that little bit of uncertainty, you might be giving her an awful lot.
Eugene, I have 100% certainty that you're going to pass.
Yeah. And I have
Well-
100, and whatever yours is, if we balance it all out and work out what's in the middle, that's pretty good.
And you know full well, if I thought you were going to fail, I would tell you, because I'm not going to hang around an idiot who fails.
Yeah.
But I have no doubt, so I don't think you
Does that
have
mean if
anything
I
to worry
fail,
about.
you're going to stop hanging out with me? Oh,
Well, no,
gosh.
because you're not an idiot.
It's just another stress.
Oh my god. Jean, you don't. If you're gonna get anything from her, this doesn't need to be the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a nice outfit or a new staff. Or so, oh no, wait, you've got a new staff coming.
How am I the intelligent one right now?
Same cost, but I could provide you with the thing that you need to get that.
Got the outfit.
Oh! You could give us a manticle's whisker. That's what you mean.
Yes.
For the cost of a
Same.
brush with death, that seems...
You've never fought a manticore.
I do feel like maybe this is a
No,
slightly
but someone
better
else is
deal.
going to do it for us, so we don't actually have to do that part.
I feel like a
anyway.
fight with a manticore might kind of be a brush with death anyway.
I feel like that's kind of what we're heading for.
Yeah.
It's fine, I don't need a new star.
He's working on it anyway.
Yeah, we're doing it. Don't worry about it.
So yes, so that's there we go. Thanks for the just checking on that though.
The offer stands. You need only ask.
Are we welcome to call on you again sometime? Should we need your help?
Of course. Be aware, I have my price. I will set the bargain fairly. But I am here to help. As I already said, it is in my interest to make sure the world carries on living.
Would it then be possible to make our journey from outside your zone to inside your zone less full of things trying to kill us?
As an act of goodwill, to show that this is a relationship that I wish to explore, you wake up on a grassy field in the...
Oh, damn it, I didn't get to accept my...
Good.
Also, I haven't finished my tea actually.
Still holding your tea.
on the grassy bit, which you know is the whisper and shout in the middle of the village.
Oh yeah, we
Oh, hell
passed through that.
I think there's a few people who you suddenly seem to apparate out of nowhere.
I didn't know she was going to do that. No. I didn't know she was going to do that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, I
That's
would have
fine.
liked to have been asked for consent before
Yeah,
being
yeah.
deposited somewhere.
I don't think hags are big on consent.
Oh no, they're very big on
But
consent.
yeah,
Oh,
they need the consent. They
Well,
just
they
don't
didn't
care how
this
they
time.
get the consent.
Hey, it was a sign of goodwill. She would deposit you, and she did exactly what she said. You didn't have to go back through the brambles.
I mean, to be fair, she didn't specify. I mean, you didn't specify when you wanted her to do that, did you?
That's true.
Oh my god, it takes a lot of effort thinking about what to say to those people.
I need about 4 naps.
Oh, I need a drink. Oh, is there a pub nearby?
Yeah, that one that you didn't want to sleep on the floor of, remember?
I know, how unreasonable of me.
I
Right,
think
come on, I'll buy you a drink.
Oh,
you
good.
are heading towards the pub. Probably all slightly quiet after a very, very stressful morning.
Trying to cool my brain down. The CPU went wild.
There is an arcane tingle in the air.
Great drag name.
Pressure of
Love that.
energy changes. You all kind of feel your ears pop a little bit, and suddenly it gets very dark. Not night dark, but darker, as if you are in the shade of something huge. You look up. Just blocking the sun is a humongous gold city
Yeah.
made with twisting
Thought it was going to be a
pillars.
dragon.
I know.
Or a sky orca or some bullshit.
A twist with huge
It's a
platforms.
sky elephant falling towards us.
The city of New Doan is multi-platforms, each of which twist in a slightly different way, huge pillars, each with open areas where you can see griffins and small dragons flying from. There are small sky ships skipping back and forth between each platform. And you can almost hear the gentle din of a busy metropolis. People around you suddenly start rushing around back and forth. There is calls back and forth to make sure that all the goods are prepared. You see the mayor storms out of their office, kind of like pulling their coat around them tightly with those two jade guards behind them. Kind of come past you. Good morning. Sorry, very busy.
Hi.
Did you manage to get your skyship? Yes, they went off, so that's good. You still want passage into New Dawn? Yes.
Yes, please.
The arbiters will be here probably within the hour. Please stick around. If you have any business to finish up here, it's probably good to get that sorted.
Okay.
Because they don't hang around once they get here.
We should
Okay,
tell
well-
Mother Thistle that we're not dead.
Yes, don't let them leave without us. We'll be back as soon as we can. Quick, should we get back to Mother Thistle?
Yep.
You hustle back through the forest to
If that even is her real name.
to the orphanage, Mother Thistle's home, where
I can help Spa, never mind orphanage.
It's great.
And you are aware of the fact that within the next couple of hours, you will be stepping into the Golden City of New Dawn.
Ooh!
I suddenly feel quite sick.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's your turn now.
Oh boy.
And I think that is going to be a good place for us to wrap up. I am not sure where Wicked Game are at the moment. Let me have a quick look. They're not quite there
Okay,
yet, but they will
Theo, you have to prepare some questions to share with us so that if we're ever in that spot again, we can actually ask intelligent questions
be. Dear.
and possibly help you not implode.
Oh my god, your poor face. Just like,
I
please.
love the fact that you were literally squirming, like literally physically squirming.
Yeah.
It was so hard not to ask any follow-up questions as I asked my question.
I love that.
Oh dear, that was
To
absolutely.
purposefully word it in a way that I got the maximum amount of information
I
from
know.
just one question.
You
I did notice
choreographed that.
you adding including.
Up to and including.
Additionally, but not
Whereabouts of
exclusively
one.
to.
So good.
I love hags. Hags are brilliant. They do not need to be antagonists to be interesting at all.
No, that
No,
was
I
fun
do. I
fact.
like the way that you play them as just. They're just self-interested.
Yeah.
That's it. They're not good or bad. They just do what works for them.
Exactly.
It
Like the
Information
witch from
capitalists.
Spirited Away.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hag.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
absolutely really good hag. Like really cool sort of character. Like not evil, just selfish. I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're just very cool. Also, creepy and powerful is much more interesting than like evil thing
Just
that's going to come
either
at
evil.
you.
Yeah, completely,
Yeah.
completely.
Agreed.
So you have some more information,
And more
Yeah,
questions.
more questions.
Mm.
Theo giving me stink eye right now.
Gee, I wonder
I've
who.
got some questions for my aunt.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, I wonder if we've got time to ask Ashling's mother Thistle about, her allegiance to
Why she lied to our faces?
the
Yeah.
dark one.
or it might just be we stick our head in the door and be like, "Not dead, bye," and then we go.
Possibly going to be a little bit of that.
I wonder who the orphan was she was talking about.
Hmm. God damn it.
God Can't tell ya.
Asking my aunt about that, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Many questions.
Oh,
No, Hedge, we will not have another session one day without more questions.
No.
I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to wrap up the campaign, but
I will still have questions.
That's future Chris's problem.
So
a
what
future-
happened?
Oh, no, that really does sound like me after we've watched. After
So
we've watched,
explain to me what happened.
after we've watched a series or something. It's one of the joys I have to say of getting older is that I'm not afraid to say when I don't understand or I don't know what's happened anymore. I don't pretend doing the whole like, oh yeah, no, I know totally. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? I have no idea who that is. Like, I'm just like, not a clue.
Nope.
Dear. Well, I can't answer any questions yet, but there will come a point where you can just ask me all the questions, and I will be as upright and honest as I can be.
As a hack, yeah.
As a hack. I will only
I have
demand.
to pay you in coffees.
Yeah. By the way, the implication on that was that if you change your mind and you want to have that deal later, Eugene, you just need to tell her.
Okay.
I will hit you with my sword.
I will hit you with my chicken foot.
These two can't watch you all the time.
You fucking can.
My chicken foot can.
Well, I have sending, so all I have to do is send.
Sneak outside and go. Maybe.
So about that.
God.
6th level spells. It's worth it. One brush with death. I mean, how many brushes with death am I going to have?
Well, you've already had a couple, so
Minimum.
Yes, I'd, gladly give one to her.
you're going to run out of lives soon.
Well, you can go on a fucking quest to bring me back.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
That sounds like so much effort.
I love it. I love it. I love that it kind of just makes this whole big complicated thing as well. That you guys like talking around and trying to outsmart a hag. I love it. It's good. Right.
I mean, there was no trying to outsmart. There was just trying to outsurvive that event.
Come off with something in your pocket about it.
For once, I was agreeing with Aisling that actually our aim was just survive through that.
Dear.
I was not worried about thriving. I was just going for surviving.
We're not live, laugh, loving today.
I like that it was Eugene that everyone else was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's why Aisling was sitting there like, what the fuck?
It's
Hold
just
on.
I don't think he thought it through entire. Like he didn't think through the fact that he was being rude. It just didn't make any It wasn't like didn't make logical sense to him. So he wanted it to be like fair and make sense. So he was going to speak up about it. He just didn't think through that.
I mean, we were all thinking
Precious.
it. But...
Precious Eugene's autism was showing, and it's lovely.
He's got low wisdom, high intelligence.
Yeah.
He wants that juicy knowledge.
I just
And he shall have it.
Look, see where we are.
Oh, yeah, Rooney says Wicked Game's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a thing saying that they're up.
Amazing. Okay, cool.
Ooh!
Right, we have been some other heroes. This has been an absolute delight. I love hag stuff. Very cool.
Me too!
Join us at the end of Wicked Week, where these three will go and see how much they can create a diplomatic incident in Nudoan.
I'm gonna be an embarrassment.
I'm probably going to be in prison.
So
Me
yeah,
and Rocky
Again,
just
I
gonna
have to make it
vogue our way
clear.
in.
Not all elves
Are racist.
are racist.
Just your grandfather.
dear.
Well, yeah,
So,
I can't deny that.
we're going to raid into Wicked Game for the
Hell yeah.
very beginning of Wicked Week and their live discussion. Wicked Workshop presents the Shrek cinematic universe.
The
From
Shrekiverse.
hags in
Starting-
swamps to ogres in swamps, lovelies. Have an amazing time. And
We're starting highbrow.
yeah, we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, before we go, do you lovely people quickly want to tell them where you can be found? We'll start with Wayne.
Sure. Thanks everybody for being here again. And you can find me everywhere on the internet under Created by Wayne, which is my URL, my YouTube channel, and my social medias. So I'd appreciate it if you come and say hi. Thanks, bye.
And yeah,
You can find me at theoblueillustration.com and Theo Blue on most socials.
amazing. Charlie.
CharlieVince.com, Instagram. It's also Charlie something. And hi, mum, love you, mum. And this is
Hi,
fun.
Charlie's
mum.
mum.
Hi, Charlie's mom!
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Whoa!
That
Yeah,
just
boy.
Hey,
leaves...
Charlie's mum. Hi.
Hi. Just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. And I will be back with Wayne and Theo on Thursday for Wicked Games 12-hour prelude.
Wait, that's this week?
That
I gotta
is
make my character.
Don't. We will see you collectively all together next Sunday for the next episode of Some Other Heroes. Till then, have an amazing week. We love you lots.
Have a wicked week.
Have a week.
You should invoice them for that.
Yeah, I will.
We will do.